The first rays of sunlight illuminated the bustling but mesmerizing streets of Los Angeles. The city was, as always, rushing headlong into another busy day. People hurried to work, cars weaved through traffic, each trying to outpace the other. But tucked away from the noise and chaos, in a quiet corner, Bean Ridge Cafe stood as a sanctuary of calm. The cafe's wooden tables, bookshelves lined with novels, and large windows letting in the golden morning light created a warm, inviting atmosphere. Inside, the air was filled with the gentle hiss of coffee machines and the rich aroma of freshly ground beans. Patrons sat at tables sipping their coffee, finding a moment of peace away from the rush of daily life. In a corner of the cafe, a young man sat alone. Ethan, his eyes scanning the notebook in front of him, seemed distracted. His gaze hinted at exhaustion. A mechanical engineering student, Ethan had always worked hard to chase his dreams. But rising tuition costs, rejected scholarship applications, and his determination not to burden his family had left him drained. He worked part-time to support himself while trying to excel in his studies. Yet, despite all his efforts, it never seemed to be enough. Financial struggles and the weight of responsibilities had begun to chip away at his hope. Taking a sip of his coffee, Ethan glanced up, noticing the cafe door opening. A man entered, dressed casually in a simple t-shirt and jeans, his face wearing a calm, faint smile. For a moment, Ethan held his breath. It was Keanu Reeves. Yes, the Keanu Reeves, known and admired worldwide for his humility and kindness. Ethan had seen him in movies and interviews, but seeing him here in real life left him stunned. Keanu walked to the counter, ordering his coffee politely. Then, carrying his cup, he chose a quiet table in the back corner. The buzz of whispers spread among the patrons. They recognized him instantly. Yet, Keanu seemed unbothered by the attention, patiently waiting for his coffee and enjoying the stillness of the moment. Ethan, meanwhile, sat frozen, his thoughts racing. Keanu Reeves is here. Right in front of me, he thought, but approaching him would take courage. Maybe he just wants to drink his coffee in peace, Ethan reasoned. Then again, this could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Finally, summoning his courage, Ethan took a deep breath, stood up, and walked toward Keanu's table. "Excuse me," he began, his voice slightly hesitant. "Are you Keanu Reeves?" Keanu looked up, smiling warmly. "Yes, I am," he replied, his voice calm and kind. "Would you like to sit down?" Ethan's heart raced at the unexpected invitation, but he quickly nodded and took the seat opposite Keanu. Feeling slightly more at ease with Keanu's approachable demeanor, Ethan smiled nervously. "I'm a huge fan of yours," he said, "but I also wanted to share something with you, if that's okay. I hope I'm not bothering you." "Of course not," Keanu responded. "I'm listening. What's on your mind?" Ethan began sharing his struggles. Tuition fees, mounting expenses, rejected scholarship applications. As he spoke, it was as though a heavy burden was being lifted off his shoulders. Keanu listened intently, nodding occasionally to show he understood. Ethan concluded with a deep sigh. "I want to keep pursuing my education, but it feels like I'm carrying a weight I can't handle anymore. I'm trying so hard, but it's never enough." Keanu was silent for a moment, his gaze thoughtful. Then he said softly, "I hear you. Life is full of challenges, and sometimes, no matter how hard we try, those challenges feel insurmountable. But remember, the key is to never give up." Ethan was taken aback by those words. "You, someone as successful as you, faced struggles like this?" he asked hesitantly. Keanu smiled faintly. "Oh, absolutely," he replied. "It might surprise you, but my life hasn't always been easy. Financial hardships, personal losses. I've been through my share of struggles. But each time, there were people who helped me along the way, and I'll never forget that. Now, it's my turn to pay it forward." From his pocket, Keanu pulled out a business card and handed it to Ethan. "This is the contact for an organization that offers educational scholarships," he explained. "Reach out to them. Also, I'd like to help cover your educational expenses." Ethan, overwhelmed, accepted the card with trembling hands. "Why are you doing this?" he asked, his voice breaking. Keanu's smile deepened, his eyes warm with sincerity. "Because, just like people once helped me, it's my turn to help others," he said. "Sometimes we cross paths with others for a reason. Maybe there's a reason we're both here today." That conversation marked a turning point in Ethan's life. Thanks to the contact Keanu provided, Ethan secured a scholarship. His tuition was paid, his financial stress relieved. But Keanu's words had an impact beyond money. They rekindled Ethan's hope and determination. For the first time in years, he felt like he could breathe again. At his graduation ceremony, Ethan found himself reflecting on that chance encounter with Keanu. His support hadn't just changed Ethan's academic trajectory, it had changed his entire outlook on life. During his speech, Ethan said, "Sometimes, in the most unexpected moments, help comes from the most unexpected places, and one day I hope to pay it forward just as someone did for me." Years later, Ethan became a successful engineer. Yet his greatest accomplishment wasn't his career, but the fact that he hadn't forgotten where he came from or the help he had received. He began volunteering at an organization that provided scholarships to underprivileged students because one day someone had believed in him, and now it was his turn to believe in others. This story left an indelible mark on both Ethan and Keanu's lives. It wasn't just a tale of generosity, it was a testament to the power of human connection and kindness. Sometimes making the world a better place starts with something as simple as a cup of coffee. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.